Today on Zielonka, some of the crops are ready to harvest on the farm, but so are the potatoes in field 54 that we want to purchase. Can we raise the money to buy the field before the field is harvested? Let's get farming. Hello and welcome along and welcome back to Zielonka. Yep, we are getting out today in our harvester. We are heading out and starting on the parsnips and the red beet. So we're hoping to get these harvested fairly quickly. Before I do that, though, what I want to do is something that we said we were going to do when we came to harvesting again this year, and that is under our productions, I want to set all of our bits in here to automatically sell. So we're going to change the output mode of everything to selling. We won't make quite as much as we were, but we should make an average of whatever the current price is. So the current price for all of these tins, yeah, it's so we're going to make about 2,200, I think. And then we won't have to worry about, in fact, triple soup sells for so much more than everything else. So I am looking to make triple soup and potato soup for the moment. But yeah, triple soup is what we want to do, because looking at the price of it, it does sell for a lot more than the individual soups. And as we have all three of these, that's really what we want to be doing. So we're going to start on the parsnips down here. We only need a little bit of money. I think it's only 2,000 to buy the potato field. So my hope is that we're going to end up getting that from just the little bit of soup that we've got kicking around. Get a few bits of that sold, and then we'll see where we are from there. Now the pipe on this is out this side, yes. So let's unfold our harvester here. We'll line it up, and we're just going to set a standard hired worker going on this. We are very much going north-south, and this being a base game map, or a base giants map, all the fields kind of have an ability to run north-south for most of it, or east-west. So should be okay. We will hire a worker, see if that worker is able to go into that. And the worker seems to be ready to go. So we'll bring the Massey with our half-pipe trailer underneath, which it will fit under here. Yeah, that fits under here quite nicely. And yeah, there goes the harvester, and there we go, and that should work very nicely. So yeah, let's keep this going and get this loading up, and hopefully when half an hour's kind of gone past, we should be able to have enough money to buy this field right next to us. There's something slightly concerning. I didn't think that we could destroy. Oh, this crop is still growing. So I tried to drive the tractor over here to line myself up, but the carrots are still growing. So no, I can't drive my tractor over the carrots while they're growing. Only once they've grown and been harvested, which is quite good. I do like that, but oh, that's annoying because we have lost a bit. Even worse, though, in this situation, I'm not sure I can get the trailer under the harvester without destroying some of my crop on the next field over. That is really not good. Yeah, look at that. We're going to struggle to get this into position. We'll reverse it up and see how close we can get without destroying any crop. Yes. Oh, that's good news. That's brought the harvester forward, but we're going to have to be very careful with that, with harvesting the rest of this field. And that is the downside to one of our fields not being ready to harvest while the other two are. First trailer is full, so we're going to head down to our soup processing plant to drop these off. As I said, we're going to be making triple soup out of this. By the time we get down there, I think we will have turned over the hour, and we can see whether we can actually buy that potato field and add another field to our farm to get harvested in the next couple of days. It's just ticked over to 9 o'clock, and we are coming in with the parsnips. Get ourselves onto the tip point. Just check the production isn't active for any of these. No, it isn't. So we are gonna leave the production all inactive for now because we want to make the triple soup. Meanwhile, we've got 28,769 in the bank. And that means we can buy field 54. Let's check that it hasn't been harvested while we've been coming down here. No. So let's buy that field. Yes. 22,000. It's not great yield potential, but it's good enough. 42 would be another good field. What I'm worried about at the moment is exactly how long we're going to have to harvest all this. So we've got 4 months to harvest red beet, 4 months to harvest carrots. That's great. So the carrots we're probably going to do in November. Parsnips we're doing today. That means we could do red beet in any of the next 2 months. Now that we have the potatoes to do, so it's going to be parsnips this month, potatoes next month, red beet, and then carrots. Unless we can get all of the parsnips out fairly quickly today and get the red beet up today as well. I can at the moment see a bit of a problem brewing with what we're trying to do here at the moment. And that is that, well, our harvester is easily going to hit the point where it's doing, where it's going to go over another hour and cost us. It's costing us daily to keep this as well. And we're really looking at not having enough money to cover either of those things at the moment. As a result, I think we might have to process some of these parsnips into parsnip soup just to keep things running. Also means that our best bet tomorrow is probably to be doing some potatoes and getting a potato harvest in for exactly the same reason. We'll be able to then turn that around and save our ingredients that we want for our triple soup. I think he's stopped because of this telegraph pole and his inability to get past it. So yeah, there's going to be a little bit of cleanup on this field as well, because we just cannot get past some of the limitations. However, that is all working fine. And as I was saying, I think we probably want to get get some parsnip soup made from this and head off the problems that we're looking at. So let's head into here and parsnip soup. We've got 24,000 litres of parsnips so far. Let's activate that. And yeah, that will do some parsnips. It won't do all of them by any stretch. So that will be really good for us. That'll get us in some money and head off any issues we're looking at over the next couple of days. I'm just going to stop off at the shop because I've had an idea for something that we can do with the potatoes straight off the bat. And that is, if I look in potato technology here, I downloaded the Grimmy DLC, which is a really good DLC. And I was hoping that we were going to be able to get one of these pieces of kit and just get the potatoes lifted. Because if I can get the potatoes lifted in the background, we can keep doing our soup and get that triple soup in earlier. But yeah, these are all. So the lifters are 16,500. How much is the power requirement for that? Okay, so not very much. I think we could put one of these lifters on our little tractor, get that doing that field, and then finish up with the SE8555 here, or even just a bucket. But I don't think we've not got a bucket set up. So yeah, I wanna try and get that working. But unfortunately, we don't have the money. Oh, in fact, my worst fears have come true. Our vehicle leasing costs for our harvester have come up, and we're 7,000 in the red. We're gonna have to borrow 20,000. No, we're gonna have to borrow 10,000 to continue today because we do not have the cash to keep our hired worker running. So for the first time this series, I've got to borrow some money. We're only going to borrow 10,000, get us back into the black. I want to repay that today if I can, and we should be able to with the parsnips. Let's hire a worker. Look at that. Because of where that stopped as well, we ended up destroying some of our carrots too. That has been a very costly loss. And yep, destroyed even more carrots just then because I'd forgotten to take the Massey out of reverse. The trouble is that these are worth so much per hectare that even losing a couple of little bits like that is a really costly mistake. Currently unloading my 4th load, and yeah, we've only created 500 liters of parsnip soup since we dropped off the 3rd load. So yeah, it's not going to be a huge amount of parsnip soup we make today. It will mean though that we get a little bit of cash in, and should make the difference. Maybe we might even be able to pay off that loan before the end of the day and get back to where we were when we started this harvest. We're about halfway through the field at this point and got a decent amount of parsnips off here so far. I haven't looked at the yield map yet, but we seem to be in a pretty good place. In fact, we now have 67,000 liters of parsnips in the soup factory. We are making around about £1,000 an hour from parsnip soup, so that's not bad. So it's not using too much of the parsnip soup to bring in some extra cash for us. Yield map wise, we are looking at a fairly good yield by the looks of this. We do want to stop this before we end up having an issue. Let's back off. Oh, yeah, that's just an animation glitch. But yeah, that's looking pretty good. We've got a... Do we actually have... Oh, we have a couple of patches of 125%. Some at 120. In fact, if I take both of those out, yeah. So all of that is 120% and above at the top end of the field. Lower down, we are getting nothing less than 95% as well. That is really good considering the state of some of that land. I'm very happy. This is going to be a bumper harvest this year. The further we go across the field, the better the field conditions get. The quicker my trailer is filling up. We are doing a lot more runs now to get this stuff delivered than we were on the other side of the field, and we're getting less rows done each time as well. I'm really quite happy about that. This is proving to be a fantastic harvest of parsnips. And I'm just hoping that out the other side of it, we're going to have the same from the red beet and from the carrots. Today has been one of those really productive days. We've made a lot of money. It's 1 minute to 4, and yeah, that has gone up by just under £1,000. So my initial estimate of about £1,000 per hour from the parsnip soup is correct, which is very good news. We're spending £224 an hour on the hired worker as well, so that is a price that we've got going out every hour. I'm very much hoping at the moment that we might be able to sell parsnip soup overnight. we have a lot of parsnips at the moment. I think this is going to send us over 100,000 liters in our soup factory. Yeah, there we go, over 100,000 liters. And that excludes, of course, the parsnips that have already been turned into soup. So we're well over 100,000 liters delivered today. We are sitting fairly pretty. I think we can afford to sell a few parsnips or convert a few parsnips into parsnip soup overnight. That should give us enough money to get through to the next day, I think. I just hope that our harvester is not going to cost us another hour's leasing between now and getting these parsnips done. Just gone 10 past 5 and we are on our last couple of rows here. I don't know if this is going to be enough to fill the trailer or not. I'm having to rock the cruise control back and forth on the tractor a little bit just to try and keep the belt over the trailer. It's not doing too bad, but it's that little bit of nuance where we have it going either a little too fast or a little too slow for the harvester. Once we got these 2 levels done, once we got these 2 rows done, then we will be in the position to be able to get the end of the field cleaned up. But we've just run out of money. Basically, our harvester has hit a 2nd hour. Yep, in fact, it's hit a 3rd hour overall. That's quite amazing considering that we harvested 2 fields with it only hitting 1 hour last time. And yeah, we've done at least an hour and a half on this. This just shows how much extra we've had yield-wise on here. So we're not going to course play it. We're going to hire a worker for it and hopefully keep that going. But yeah, that's a little annoying. We've had to borrow 20,000 to get the contract or to get the field, just this field finished. I'm hoping the parsnips are going to sell enough overnight to make sure that we don't have the same problem doing the rest of our fields. And it looks like we do not have a full trailer for the end of this field. That is actually good news because we can go and clean up down the bottom now without too much worry that we are going to have, that we're not going to fit it on the trailer. I think we might end up with a little bit extra, but I'm just going to clean up these little bits and that will be this harvest done. There's a couple of 100 liters left to harvest on the field on those headlands. We do have another full trailer and it has just gone 6 o'clock. All in all, though, I think this has been a very successful day. We've managed to get all of the parsnips harvested, which is absolutely brilliant news. We have well over 100,000 liters in here, which is brilliant as well. So we'll just tip the last 12,000 liters. And if we have a look in here, so yeah, we've got 125,000 liters of parsnips. So we'll continue to sell parsnip soup overnight. We're definitely going to have some costs overnight. I'm quite happy for the parsnip soup, hopefully, to take care of that. As for our harvester is now down to 512,000. Wow. So yeah, we're able to get a bit closer to that. It's nowhere near as close as I'd like. So I'm going to harvest off the last few 1,000 liters of parsnips. There really isn't much more to do on the field. Next time we'll be looking at the potatoes and the red beet. I think we might be able to deal with both of those at the same time. So so long as we have enough money to do it, I think we're going to be trying to get those potatoes lifted before they run out of their harvesting window at the end of next month. We'll also see if we can get the red beet up. For now, though, I think this is as good a place as any for us to end it for today. So all that remains is for me to say
thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.